Hi everybody, welcome to this video number 15, titled Creating AI Plugin Actions. My name is Craig Kreskis. I'm a partner solution architect here at Microsoft, and this is a video part of the Microsoft Copilot Studio in a Day workshop. Now, AI plugins can be used to extend Microsoft Copilot or used within a custom Copilot as a plugin action. In this lab, in this video, you're going to learn about creating different types of AI plugins. Now, the AI plugin actions can be used to extend, as I said, Microsoft Copilot. Now, you can create multiple types of AI plugin actions in Copilot Studio. For example, and you'll see when we explore this, you can create prompt actions, which use AI Builder and natural language understanding to target specific scenarios and workflows within a business. You can create flow actions, which will use and leverage Power Automate flows to perform actions and retrieve and work with data. And then there are connector actions, which uses a Power Platform connectors to access data from other systems. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll kind of give you the roadmap, but basically, you're going to go ahead and add an item connector. We are going to select M365 in the prompt when you go to edit in the list. There is some text for sample data for you to copy and paste, and then we'll test. Now, a couple of things. Once you have this prompt working in M365 Copilot and using Teams, you can set the company guidelines as an example to help summarize text that the user is generating, right? So think about some other business case scenarios as you are working within this lab. One caveat: if you are using a trial environment like the one that I'm using, I don't have M365 Copilot installed in my trial environment. If you're using the labs that we've provided during this workshop, at some point we're not going to be able to test our work. So just keep that in mind as we get towards the end of the labs in the test section. So let's get started. You're going to go ahead and open up your Customer Service Copilot. On the left, you will select Library. We'll add an item. And here you're prompted to select from one of three Copilots that you would like to extend. Now, this is focused on the Copilot for Microsoft 365. We'll get some more training too and labs around extending the first-party apps such as sales and customer service. Now, as I mentioned in the opening, you will choose whether that is a connector, a flow, or in this case in the lab, we're going to go ahead and select on a prompt. And then you'll type in the name of your prompt. The lab says to put in dynamic prompt. And then we're going to go ahead and choose summarize text, which will add a prompt with a dynamic value. You could see it right here at the top for text from the input from the end user. On the right side, draw your attention. You can see where you can add variables for any information that you want to give your prompts as input. And then you could define multiple inputs if you needed. And as an example, where we're going to go ahead and put in the sample data. Now, one thing just to call your attention, just below that, you see where it says data used, it's in preview. You can also add Dataverse tables and columns as grounding data for your prompt response. Let's go ahead and paste in that text that is on the PDF or on your lab. And then you can try specific sample in your data for your input variables. Just to click on the test prompt here, and then you can see sort of what the output looks like. I'll select finalize, and then we'll go ahead and create the prompt action. And that's the end of this particular lab. Again, this is all around how to create an AI plugin action. Just to reiterate, because I don't have a license or a configured experience with M365 Copilot, this is as far as I can take my lab right now. So again, if you're using the trial environments like I am, that's as far as you can get, but at least you got a sense of how to extend that with the prompt response. In this lab, we looked at how you add that item connector, selected the M365 prompt, and we added sample data, and then we did a little bit of testing, not ideal or not what we would normally be doing in some of the other tests. I want to say thank you so much for your time and your attention and being a part of this video number 15, creating AI plugin actions. My name is Craig, and I look forward to seeing you again on a video real soon.